Hi, I'm Katie from the blog Hearts Content Farmhouse, and today I want to show you a recipe for the best sugar cookies. These are cutout sugar cookies that are fun to decorate, and this is a great recipe for any type of holiday or really just for any special occasion. This is my mom's recipe. She's made this one for years, and they are my absolute favorite. They are crisp, they are buttery, they have great flavor, but they are a little bit weird while you're making them. So they use powdered sugar, which is weird. You have to chill the dough, which isn't a big deal. It's not like it's any more work. You just have to plan ahead and know that the dough has to chill for at least 2 hours, but really it's better if you chill it overnight. And I just love the cookie that you get with this recipe. I don't know where she got it from originally. I know she didn't make it up, but I don't know where it actually came from, but it is awesome. So we're just using normal pantry ingredients. The only thing that's strange is the powdered sugar. And we want to use a stand mixer for this. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your butter is softened. We're going to be using salted butter. Just leave it out on the counter for a little bit, and we need 2 sticks of butter plus 2 more tablespoons. That's a full cup plus 2 tablespoons of butter. To get started on the cookies, you put that softened butter in your mixer along with 1 1/4 cups of powdered sugar. Seems like a lot. We're going to use vanilla, but you could use almond extract or anything else. I'm going to go ahead and use 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, 1 egg yolk, just the yolk, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So go ahead and mix this in your stand mixer on medium-low. You don't have to worry about like creaming the butter and sugar since it's powdered sugar, but make sure it's really well incorporated and that everything is smooth and that it's starting to look fluffy. At that point, we're going to add the flour. The amount of flour in this recipe seems like a lot when you're dumping it in. Your dough is going to start looking really dry. It's 2 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. And when you first put it in, you're going to think, oh, what have I done? It's so clumpy and dry and it doesn't look right. But keep mixing. And when I say mixing, slow your mixer speed down to stir because you don't want to overbeat these. And if it still looks really, really dry, then you can add in like a couple drops of water. And I really mean drops, because all of a sudden the water will get in the dough and you will have gone too far, and then your cookies are going to spread out and it's not going to work. So very, very slowly add water if needed until it comes together. Once that is done, we're going to go ahead and just dump all this out, flatten it into discs, and we're going to go ahead and divide it in half. That's going to make it easier to roll out and work with in the future. And put it on plastic wrap, these 2 flat discs, and pop them in the fridge at least 2 hours, but you might as well just do it overnight and give yourself a break. And then it's more fun to decorate them the next day when you're not already tired from making the cookie dough. So the next morning, we come back and go ahead and put them out on the counter to get them a little bit softer. Just do that for about 20 minutes. You don't want them all the way warmed up. You just want them softened somewhat. And while that is happening, you really need to flour your surface. So you can do a cutting board or just right on the counter. Plenty of flour, and then plenty of flour on your rolling pin. And we are going to carefully roll them out. Go ahead and measure this, because I know this seems silly, but it's really easy to roll them too thin or too thick. 1/4 inch is going to be the thickest you would want them, and 1/8 of an inch would be the thinnest you would want them. Go ahead and measure them. Cut them out and go ahead and re-roll the scraps, but only do it once. After that, the dough is just going to become weird. So try and fit those cookie cutters as close as you can while you are cutting. You don't really need to worry about greasing your baking sheet. There's so much butter in these, but go ahead and slide parchment paper on. It's just going to make it easier on you. They won't spread too much, but don't have them touch. Give them, a couple inches of room, and this might mean that you have to bake in batches, and that's fine. So they are going to bake for 12 to 14 minutes at 350 degrees. There is nothing worse than when someone makes sugar cookies and they're really underbaked and pale. You want them to go ahead and have a little bit of color on the edges. That's good. You're going to decorate them anyway, but don't give people those really thick, doughy, underbaked sugar cookies. Those are gross. So go ahead and give them all the time they need. 350, 12 to 14 minutes. Let them cool completely before you decorate them. From this point forward, decorating them is purely personal preference. You can do a buttercream, you can do a super simple glaze and just dip the cookies in. Have fun with it, be creative. The important part is that you are decorating a really good sugar cookie that actually tastes good on its own, not some dumb, gross cookie that is pretty, but that nobody wants to eat. So I hope you like this recipe. I hope you keep it in your back pocket for Christmas, which is right around the corner, and that you give it a try and let me know how it goes. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.